Don't worry about future. Hey, take a breath. Seriously. Inhale slowly, hold it for a second, and then exhale. Now ask yourself, how many times in the past week have you caught your mind racing toward the future? How many times did you feel that little twist in your stomach because you weren't sure how something was going to turn out? Yeah, you're not alone. Worrying about the future is something almost everyone does, probably more than they'd like to admit. It's like our brains are wired to sprint ahead and try to figure everything out before it even happens. Spoiler alert, that never really works. So let's slow down together and have an honest, gentle, real talk about this. 1. Why do we worry about the future anyway? Let's start with the basics. Worry isn't a flaw or a weakness. It's part of how we're wired for survival. Our ancestors had to worry a lot because the future could hold a storm, a predator, a lack of food, or a change in their environment. They had to anticipate danger. But here's the thing. You're not living in a cave anymore. You're probably not running from wild animals or hunting your dinner every day. But your brain still treats uncertainty like a threat. And that's where the problem starts. Today's worries look more like this. What if I lose my job? What if I never find love? What if I fail at what I'm trying to build? What if everything falls apart? The future becomes this big, scary cloud of what-ifs, and suddenly it's hard to focus on anything else. 2. The hidden trap of future thinking. When you're constantly looking ahead, trying to predict and prepare for every possibility, it can feel like you're being responsible. Like if you just think enough, you'll be able to prevent bad things from happening. But here's the hard truth. You can't outthink the unknown. Here's what that mental hamster wheel of worry actually does. You start imagining things that haven't happened and may never happen. Your body reacts with stress as if they are happening right now. You miss what's actually happening in front of you. Worrying doesn't fix the future. It just steals your peace today. It's like paying interest on a debt you don't owe yet and may never owe at all. 3. What the present can give you that the future can't. Let's imagine something for a second. Picture yourself sitting on your front porch with a cup of tea or coffee. It's quiet. There's a little breeze. Maybe a bird is singing somewhere nearby. You feel calm, grounded. Okay. Now imagine instead of soaking in that peace, your mind is 1,000 miles away thinking, what if I can't pay the bills next month? What if something bad happens to my parents? What if my dream doesn't work out? Those thoughts might feel real and important, but they're just that, thoughts. They're not here, they're not now, and they're certainly not helping you enjoy your cup of tea. Living in the future robs the present of its power. But here's the twist. The only place you can actually do anything about the future is right here, in the present. 4. Let life flow, even when it's messy. We all want life to go smoothly, to make sense, to follow the plan. But life doesn't work like that, and honestly, that's kind of the beauty of it. Think about it. How many amazing things in your life happened by surprise? How many challenges turned out to be blessings in disguise? How many times did things not go according to plan, but led you somewhere better? Trying to control the future is like trying to control the ocean with a bucket. You can scoop up little bits, sure, but the tides will always do what they're going to do. So what if, instead of fighting the waves, you learn to surf them? 5. the human side of letting go. Letting go of worry doesn't mean you stop caring. It doesn't mean you give up or pretend like nothing matters. It simply means you stop overthinking things you can't control. Here's what you can do instead. Feel your feelings. They're real. They matter. Don't bury them. Take small, meaningful actions. That's where your power is. Give yourself grace. You're not supposed to have it all figured out. Let the unknown be just that. Unknown. It's okay to not know. Really. And if no one has told you this in a while, you're allowed to rest. You're allowed to not have a 10-year plan. You're allowed to be a work in progress. 6. Try these. Real tools for real people. If your mind is a bit of a future worry factory, like most of ours, here are a few things you can try that might help. 6.1. Name it to tame it. When you're spiraling, stop and literally say, out loud or in your mind, I'm worrying about the future right now. It sounds simple, but acknowledging it brings awareness, and awareness brings choice. 6.2. Create a worry window. Allow yourself a specific time of day, say 15 minutes in the afternoon, to write down everything you're worried about. Dump it all on paper. When the time's up, close the notebook. Tell yourself, I'll come back to this tomorrow. You'd be surprised how often your mind doesn't need to revisit it. 6.3. Ask yourself, what can I do right now? Focus on actions, not anxieties. If you're worried about money, can you make a budget? Apply for something? Research options. If there's nothing to be done right now, then remind yourself, then I don't need to carry this right now. Then remind yourself, use a grounding practice. I don't need to carry this right now. Try this simple trick when you feel overwhelmed. Name 5 things you can see. Name 4 things you can touch. Name 3 things you can hear. Name 2 things you can smell. Name 1 thing you're grateful for. This brings your brain out of the future and into the now. 6.5. Talk it out. Don't underestimate the power of sharing. Talking with someone, whether it's a friend, a therapist, or even just journaling to yourself, can lighten the load. Worries shrink when they're spoken out loud. 7. What if it all works out? Let me leave you with one last idea. You've probably asked yourself, what if it all goes wrong? More times than you can count. But what if you flipped the script? What if it all goes right? What if the future holds things more beautiful than you could possibly imagine right now? What if the delay is part of the preparation? What if the struggle you're in is building strength for the breakthrough ahead? And what if, just maybe, you're going to be okay, even if it doesn't all go according to plan? Because here's the quiet truth no one talks about enough. You have survived every single hard day in your life so far. You've grown through things you once thought would break you. You found joy again, even when you thought it was gone forever. You'll keep figuring things out. One day, one moment, one breath at a time. 8. Final thought, let go, live now. Final thought. Let go, live now. The future will always be unknown, but that doesn't mean it has to be feared. Let it unfold. Let it surprise you. Let it grow you. Your job isn't to have it all figured out. Your job is to show up to this day, to this moment, with an open heart and a willing spirit. So when your mind starts spinning and the what-ifs creep in, pause, breathe, smile a little, and remind yourself, I don't have to know the future to be okay. I just need to be here now. You've got this. And even if you don't, that's okay too.